I can't. All right.
Stops.
We're back. We took the L this week. I had high expectations. I had high hopes. I had high hopes for other people too, but they didn't seem to meet my high expectations. Mainly Josh. Josh has just been a disappointment as of late.
Did I meet your expectations, Dylan?
Yes, you did. This is Will. He met my expectations and exceeded them. He beat me. I thought this was one of the weeks I was scared. My week 1 and 2 were probably the weeks I was scared the most about. Just right off the bat, I played the 2 most experienced battlers here. I beat one of them because he was a clown, and then the other one clowned me. It was an 0-4L for the record, which is a big choke. Next week I'm playing Dylan with the Rain team, so I think I'll have a little bit better of a chance. But I wanted to prep this team to try and beat him as best as I could. So I ran Expert's Belt Zerora with Close Combat, Grass Knot, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, just to check as many things as possible on his team, and it does. It kills Corviknight, it kills Mandibuzz, it kills Hippo with Grass Knot, it kills Tyranitar, it kills Lucario, and it just kind of does annoying things to everything else. It was really bad though. Well, it wasn't bad, it was the only thing that got kills, which was also really bad. Then I brought no item Slowbro. This was the Galaxy Brace. So good.
I cannot believe it, man.
Oh,
So you'll see in my draft, I have a Frostlass sitting down there. That Pokemon's sick, so I've been bringing it to my matches so far. And week 1, I ran Choice Band, Triple Axle, Poltergeist, Frostlass. Dylan here was scouting me, and so he's like, how do I check this monstrosity of a mon? And so no item Slowbro was added to the roster to stop me from pressing Poltergeist.
My mentality was worst case scenario, Slowbro doesn't even need an item. I would like to have Rocky Helmet, but also if I have no item, I'm not so because I'm used to playing without an item because it just gets knocked off anyways, no you, so it doesn't matter. Like I'll just send it in on like whatever gets, it'll just get knocked, right? And I'll be like, all right, cool. So I put items on this thing for nothing. I'm like, I might as well run no item, and it worked. Then I brought this Grimmsnarl. I was originally gonna run Babiri Berry Pickpocket Grimmsnarl, by the way. Just to potentially check the and the idea would have been it catches Thunderwave on it catches Prankster Thunderwave on T-Tar and Mandibuzz because they're dark types. Unfortunately, I ended up going standard Grimmsnarl. I should have just led Grimmsnarl. I was trying to read, but I that was a choke too. I should have just got my hazard. Remember my screens up as fast as possible. At the end of the day, worst case scenario would let me check what kind of Lucario he's running, so that was good. I brought this Skarmory. It was just defensive. I should have brought Defog instead of Whirlwind, but I didn't really think hazards were that big of a deal. Turns out they were.
Yeah. The hazards almost single-handedly got this Aurora down.
It choked me a little bit up inside. Also, Toxic, I'm just gonna not run this move anymore.
You'll see.
I brought Clefairy. It was alright. It checked the Rotom. It did its job. It's just your standard Wish Passer set. And then I brought Cloyster, which I should have just played better with it.
Yeah,
all
the
around,
Cloyster was really threatening.
I was just outplayed. Let's get into the replay. Let's watch this tragedy unfold in real time. So I go ahead and I lead off with my my Cloyster. He led Rotom Wash. I should have just led Grimmsnarl. It's like I'm looking at it already and I can see just the mega choke, right? But I was thinking maybe he'd run. I thought maybe you'd lead like Espeon or Lucario or something. I was
worried that you would lead Zeraora or Grimmsnarl, and I didn't want to send Espeon in off the front.
That's fair. That's fair.
In retrospect, it would have been a good idea, but Zeraora would have hit something really hard for that.
Yeah. So he goes for Volt Switch, and I figured that was happening. I immediately go into my lovely little Jolene. Here I just sack Grimmsnarl to figure out what type he is. If you're special, I'm living. If you're physical, I die, and I find out that you're physical. So I die, and I find out you're physical. So Grimmsnarl really didn't do anything this match. If you look at it, if you look at your team, I don't see Grimmsnarl doing that much work anyways, for the most part, other than maybe crippling the Lucario with the Thunder Wave, and that's it. Because Tyranitar checks it. I don't want to necessarily deal with Frostlass because
you could theoretically slow down Frostlass.
I had a better answer for Frostlass. I
Like
knew
half your team. Yeah.
Espeon just bounces Thunder Wave back. And then I can't Thunder Wave Hippo, so or
yeah.
Rotom, so it was just a sack at that point. I should have made better use of Grimmsnarl than just sacking it though, but it is what it is. So I go on my Zorora. I know I outspeed. Close combat.
And so, okay,
And
pause for a second. This was the scariest turn I have ever seen. I have nothing that takes a hit from Zeraora except for like maybe Hippo. Because if he decides to do like if he's running Plasma Fists or something and hits that, I can't swap into Frostlass, which would be my swap on like a Grass Knot or a close combat. And I'm really scared of that Grass Knot read because I really need Hippo alive to swap in on this later. Because 2 Grass Knots will kill, 1 is not guaranteed. So I ended up just sacking Lucario instead. And I thought that would be a much bigger deal than it ended up being. But luckily.
So I went for close combat there just to check, to see if the Hippo was coming out. And because close combat plus Grass Knot OHKOs Hippo, or 2 KOs the Hippo, so close combat was my safest option there. If you went into a Frostlass, it would have been kind of annoying though. So he goes to Hippo, I double into my Skarmory.
Just making sure.
I go to the, to just make sure, and this is the biggest, saddest moment of the entire game.
Yeah, this is...
Toxic Miss 1, I get Whirlwinded out into my Zorora, that's fine. I want to bait that I'm not Volt Switch here. So I double
so then
into...
Did I say? No, I rocked.
We're just getting all these Discord messages, oh my goodness.
It's fine, just ignore him for now.
And he sets up the rocks, and you go into the Rotom, and I miss another Toxic.
That Toxic right there, if it hit, might have changed the entire game.
The amount of damage, the amount of damage the Rotom would have sustained would have been significantly more. I know that just is sad. I go into my wall. There's not really, you know, I'm a little demotivated, but I think this is doable.
This play was really smart because I see the wish, right? I'm like, all right, now's my time. I'm gonna make sure he can't put this wish on anyone he wants it to go to.
I thought I was gonna outslow you, but I didn't.
Whirlwind is a negative priority.
I should have just clicked teleport. In hindsight, but it's fine. And then there's the Magic Bounce Toxic, so I'm not getting any Toxics off this game, not at least till it's there. And then there's Weather Ball. That sucks a little bit, but at this point, you know, Skarmory.
Yeah, I had Weather Ball just to make sure I could hit Skarmory with Espeon, because otherwise I just don't do anything to it with Psychic, like Dazzle and Shadow Ball.
Yeah.
None of them hit very hard.
And I'm willing to sack my Clefairy here to the. You know, Espeon.
I was really scared here because that Weather Ball was not guaranteed to kill out of Sand.
I mean, I was just setting up a wish. I should have Shell Smashed here. You're right. I should have actually just. Well, because Icicle Spear.
If you Shell Smashed there, then Poltergeist would have hit though, because you weren't wider.
I think I outsped you. After the smash.
Yeah, but I was Focus. So I got a Poltergeist off.
So here, you throw out the Poltergeist, and then I have no
item.
so it just auto fails, which is great. It's really funny. And then you set up another layer of spikes. That sucks, because now my Zorora takes, like, everything. Like,
yeah,
it's
26.
a solid 26.
25.
And I go here, and then I'm wondering, at this range, does Rotom kill, though?
Rotom shouldn't kill, but I haven't run the
damage
math.
calculator here. I'll pull up the damage calc. Let's go Zorora. Offensive pivot, because they all have the same HP EVs. And then Rotom, what did you run? Like, just... Oh, wait, Wash, so it's utility? Hydro Pump does 50, so...
No, I have no special attack. I'm not running... I have no special attack at all.
Special attack?
Yeah.
0. Okay, so that's that, and then...
Yeah, you would have lived.
I would have lived. I live here, at least. So I go into my Skarmory, and on the Earthquake. I know Hippo can't touch Skarmory, so I'm just going to roost up and get my HP back. Go back into the Rotom while you can.
You're a Hydro Pump, I believe.
Yeah, you do.
To check the Zeraora switch.
And this
then
does kill from this range, yeah. Although I don't think... I don't OHKO you with Zorora.
Yeah, because that's Max Fizz Death.
So at this point...
It might.
I think at this point the hazards didn't make that much of a difference for whether or not I was gonna have Zorora exist, because I think at that point the damage I had taken would have been like, okay, I'm probably gonna sack Zorora or Volt Switch, because if I come back in on hazards, I
think you needed to be more careful with Zeraora anyway, because once Zeraora is dead, there's nothing that really stops my team anymore.
You just run away with it. And then it just, I just lose here, because now Skarmory loses out to Rotom. I finally hit my Toxic.
I'm surprised I didn't miss any Hydro Pumps this game. I just volt switch. No, I hide. Oh,
Yeah,
really?
at this point, you just sweep me off with Rotom. You can see.
I thought I would switch there
Volt
because I
switch
expected.
is gonna be fine
Yeah.
to Espeon.
I just wanted to
Shadow
make
Ball.
sure I didn't get like toxic stalled.
And then I die to Shadow Ball.
Yeah,
because,
Shadow Ball.
No special defense.
Specs.
It was well played from Will. I just got outplayed. It was just better play. He played well. He had good reads, good predictions. I was a little reckless, and yeah, it was a good game. I had fun.
It was a very
or
good
at least
game.
I'm gonna say that I had fun, so the internet doesn't judge me, right? No, it was a good time. It was a good time. I like getting my no item Slowbro off. At least that worked. But
Yeah, dude, I died laughing in the middle of our game when I saw that. I couldn't believe you were joking about it beforehand. You were like, nah, I'm running like. No, you were talking about like no item Golurk or something.
No item Golurk. Yeah, I should have run no item Golurk actually, but I couldn't justify it. I couldn't justify bringing Golurk against your draft because you had Mandibuzz.
Yeah.
As well as a lot of other things, but it was a good game. You know, I'll take my L diligently, and then this next week I'm gonna run crackhead sets. So
boy!
Everybody get excited! All right, that's all I have for you.
Hope to see you again in the finals.
Again, yeah, I hope to see you. It'll be good. This, you know, like I was saying, you and Josh probably the scariest two starts. One of those was just a complete blowout, and then the other one was a complete blowout in the way I didn't want it to be a complete blowout, right? So it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's GG's.
Yeah, good game.
Well played, and I look forward to more drafting. All right, bye everybody.
All right.
Have a beautiful time. Adios. You can click off the video now. Sayonara. Okay, I'm gonna leave this part in the recording. We're done recording now.